Hi, I'm Karan Thapar. Over the last few years, I hope you've been watching my program, The Interview on the Wire. During that period, I've interviewed doctors, politicians, businessmen, scientists, authors, and even the occasional Nobel laureate. For me, it's been exciting. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. But these, as you know, are tough times, and if this program is going to remain bold, independent, and sometimes even defiant, then I think we need your support. At the end of the day, it's a truism, but editorial independence is best defended by the viewers. So if you would like this program to remain the way it is, forthright, outspoken, and interesting, then would you consider supporting us? All you have to do is to click on the description at the bottom. But more than anything else, I hope you will continue to watch the interview. Your viewership means an awful lot to me. Hello and welcome to a special interview for The Wire. The small Muslim community of Manipur, known as Meitei Pangal, are caught slap bang in the middle of what is a virtual war between the Kuki and the Meitei. So today we ask, what is life like for the Meitei Pangal in Manipur? And equally importantly, how do they view the situation in their own home state? Joining me to help us understand is the spokesperson of the United Meitei Pangal Committee of Manipur, Muhammad Raees Ahmed Tampak. Mr. Tampak, the Meitei Pangal are about 8.4% of the population of Manipur. But as I said in that introduction, you're caught slap bang in the middle of what is almost a virtual war between the Kuki and the Meitei. Now, the Meitei Pangal live in Imphal, but you also live in the Thobal region, and you also live along the boundary between Churachandpur and Bishnupur. Many of these are areas where some of the worst violence and killing is happening. So can you start by telling me what sort of situation faces your community, the Meitei Pangal? What is life like for them?
Thank you for having me, Karan, first of all. The life of Meitei Pangal right now is completely shattered as far as our organization United Meitei Pangal Committee is concerned. We are facing every day from both the communities because of this particular current mayhem in Manipur since the 3rd of May. We are trying, we are completely when it comes to socio-economic, we are completely shattered. When it comes to education, where everything is a collapse, and daily wages, laborers are hugely impacted, and even the some part of the area where we cannot go because of this particular mayhem.
Tell me something. Are Meitei Pangal people feeling insecure? Are they scared and worried about their own safety at the moment?
Yes, obviously, we are very insecure when it comes to, because sometimes we feel that some of our brothers, some of our sisters, they are doing some notorious things, which is really completely not, as a whole community, they are not doing. They are doing for their individual profit, individual, what to say, mindset. But when it comes to coloring the situation of that particular incident, that are kind of like responsible for the whole community, we are, sir, completely insecure in this juncture between our big brother Meitei community and the Kukizo community in this juncture.
Now, Mr. Tampak, recently there were reports that 2 or 3 Meitei Pangal have either been killed or shot and injured. These are not necessarily confirmed reports, but they've been there in papers and they've been there in the social media. Can you confirm, have there been any Meitei Pangal killed, any Meitei Pangal shot and injured?
that shot and injury is confirmed, but when it comes to killing that particular incident, that incident happened yesterday itself. We got to know from the local uh, local newspapers and print and electronic medias. They bring with a car for some brown sugar, 1 kilo of brown sugar. Because of that, some armed group, uh, what to say, injure them. That is the news as far as we confirm.
So this happened yesterday, is that right?
This happened yesterday itself. That is in Paubal district.
But these were people who were shot and injured. Have any Meitei Pangal been killed, or are those reports about people being killed exaggerated and untrue?
That is a kill Meitei Pangal in the state of Manipur is exaggerated. That is untrue.
Now, there are also reports that the Meitei Pangal community is beginning to be distrusted by both sides. The Indian Express reports that when 3 Meitei people were killed in Kwakta, which is preponderantly a Pangal area, the Meitei suspected you had helped the Kuki who were accused of the killing. On the other hand, when a village called Leithen, which is apparently close to Kwakta, was emptied by the Pangals and became a base for Meitei civilians who are armed, the Kuki became suspicious of your community. So this report says that at different times, the Kuki have been suspicious of you, and on other occasions, the Meitei have been suspicious of you. Does this worry you?
That is very much true, sir. That is the exact incident we are coming out and expressing our concern through you and through the entire world, that we are not the community where we want to be part of this particular mayhem, but we really genuinely want to heal the situation. We genuinely want peace in the state before 3rd of May 2023. Whatever we had in that particular situation, we have a we love a very peaceful environment where we really wanted to keep those mechanisms from any source of whether it may be from central government, whether it may be from any other parts of the world, or through us civil society organization. We really wanted to be the society in peace.
I'll come to the government in a moment's time, but clarify this for me, Mr. Tampak. You're saying that because the Kuki and the Meitei have begun to distrust each other and begun to dislike and even hate each other, you are caught in the middle and you're being suspected by both, but you're innocent and you don't like the fact that both sides are suspecting you. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes. And for your kind information, we are the only community who can access, who are like giving all sorts of, like, for example, we have 2 national highways in our state. Those are the drivers who are truck drivers who are coming all the way from Guwahati, and all the essential commodities bringing from that particular place to Manipur through our community. We are sometimes blamed. Yes, we also agree as a responsible civil society organization in the state that there may be some unwanted, notorious individual who did some personal gain act. That doesn't mean whole act for that particular person A is not responsible for the whole community.
So what you're saying is there may be 1 or 2 Meitei Pangal who've done the wrong thing, but don't blame the entire community. That's what you're saying.
Exactly, sir. That is the only message we really wanted to know the world.
And you're appealing to both the Kuki and the Meitei, stop distrusting the Meitei Pangal community as a whole. That's what you're appealing.
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. We are genuinely want peace in the region. So please don't distrust us.
Now, yesterday, your organization, the United Meitei Pangal Committee of Manipur, held a press conference in Delhi, and you alleged, and I'm quoting the Hindu newspaper now, you alleged that the Manipur government allowed the situation to flare up and has thereafter turned a blind eye. Can you explain what you mean?
That is already in the public domain. Government itself already agreed what was actually happened, that particular incident. We really don't want to, sir, focus on this particular area.
No, but
where
explain to me what you said at that press conference. The Hindu says that you believe the Manipur government allowed the situation to flare up. Are you saying that they could have controlled it, they could have nipped it in the bud, but did not do so?
Not only Manipur government, the central government also have very what to say, they have a huge capacity to stop the situation. But unfortunately, this is the 4th month running, 100 plus days already passed, but unfortunately that is not happening. So that's why we are saying on that press conference.
So you're saying that both the Biren Singh government in Imphal and the central government in Delhi could have controlled the situation but failed to do so?
That is not only from our civil society organization, entire world, even the responsible CSOs organization is saying the same thing in Manipur and elsewhere.
Why did they fail to control a situation they could have controlled? Did they not want to? Or were they incompetent?
We really, that is the intent. We really don't want to express on that particular area. But the situation is like a war-like situation, the civil war kind of like situation. In that situation, government was not able to that particular area. But this time, 100 plus days, they can easily understand the situation and they can easily find out the ways and means to resolve the issue much earlier.
Okay, I can understand you're reluctant to explain why the government failed and why the government allowed the situation to develop. You don't want to explain that. Why do you think the government has turned a blind eye? Because that's something else you said at the press conference.
At the end of the day, we have only hope in the government, especially when it comes to Manipur. We have central government who has all the mechanisms to stop this war-like situation in our state.
But that's what I'm asking you. Why aren't they using the mechanisms? You say they have all the mechanisms to stop the war-like situation. Why aren't
That's why we are coming all the way from Manipur, Imphal, and giving our concern to the Honorable Prime Minister of India's office, Honorable Ministry of Home Affairs office, and the President's office for our concern, especially to our National Commission for Minorities, where we have a lot of protection from their department, their commission. So we are coming here to address our concern.
Did you meet anyone in the Home Ministry or the Intelligence Bureau over the last couple of days?
Yes, we do. We did yesterday itself, and we put our things to them.
Who did you meet?
I don't want to mention on that.
But was it an important senior person or was it a junior official?
Senior person of the ministry.
Home Ministry.
Senior person of the central government.
But will you identify the ministry?
Unfortunately, because of their concern, we don't want to mention their name.
Did you also deliver a petition or a letter to the Prime Minister's office?
Yes.
And have you also similarly approached the National Commission for Minorities?
Yes. And we did meet the Deputy Secretary. Unfortunately, the chairman was out of the station. So we put things and we had a lot of discussion with our concerns.
You say you met a senior official of the government of India, but you won't identify which ministry he or she comes from. Did you meet any official from the Prime Minister's office?
No.
Okay. Tell me, what is your opinion of Biren Singh? You've already gone on record to say that he's allowed the situation to flare up. You've gone on record to say that thereafter he turned a blind eye. Those were quotations in today's Hindu newspaper. So therefore, I'm asking you, what is your opinion of Biren Singh? Should he continue as chief minister or should he resign because he's failed to control the problem for over 3.5 months? And secondly, the entire Kuki community has lost faith and confidence in him.
When it comes to our brother Kukizo community, there may be many issues with the current government, but the central government is looking after since May itself, and our honorable Ministry of Home Affairs, Amit Shahaji, already came down and assessed
No, but you're not answering my
situation.
question. Please answer my question. What is your opinion of Chief Minister Biren Singh? Should he continue as Chief Minister or should he be replaced?
As far as our concern, we need to believe on. We need to discuss with these things with the central government. That is the only situation we can
You
say
aren't
as
giving
of
me
now.
a straight answer. Should he resign or should he not?
That is not our concern. We are the civil society organization. We genuinely want a very peaceful environment in our state.
Hang on a second. You are the people who, according to the Hindu this morning, said at a press conference that the Biren Singh government had allowed the situation to flare up. You also said he's turned a blind eye. So I'm asking a simple question. Should such a man resign because he's failed, or are you happy for him to continue? Just a simple answer.
We are, as far as our press note is concerned, we didn't mention anything on that. But unfortunately, as you said, some reliable Hindu newspaper called Hindu quoted that is not our concern. We didn't say anything about that particular areas.
And what's your opinion about Biren Singh's handling?
As far he is handling, as far as he is very much vigilant about this situation. But when it comes,
did you say he's very reasonable?
Vigilant about the situation.
What does resilient mean in these circumstances?
Vigilant.
So you think he should continue? You have no problem with him continuing?
I don't have anything to say in that regard.
What is your opinion of the way the Prime Minister has handled the situation? Most people in Manipur that I've spoken to, in fact, I would say practically all the people I've spoken to, whether they are Kuki or Meitei or Naga, have said that the Prime Minister's silence has disturbed them. They feel let down. Some people have also said the Prime Minister appears to have turned his back on Manipur. Now I'm asking you, as spokesperson of the United Meitei Pangal Committee, what is your assessment? What is your view of the Prime Minister's handling of Manipur?
This is really unfortunate part of our state, Manipur. Everyone knows what was actually happened in the parliament and what was actually initiated, no confidence motion in the parliament. But unfortunately, from entire Northeast MP was not allowed to speak anything in the parliament. That is really unfortunate. Even on record, you have witnesses that some of our our MPs already said on public domain on the.
I understand that. You're talking about the Mizo National Front MP who was not allowed to speak in the Rajya Sabha. His mic was switched off and everything he said was expunged by Mr. Dhankar, the Vice President. That's known. But my question was, what is your opinion of the Prime Minister's handling?
Prime Minister is not handling properly. We know that the power of the powerful mechanism of India, We are all Indian. We have all been witnessing this kind of, but unfortunately, when it comes to Manipur, our honorable Prime Minister is not using all possible mechanism to resolve this conflict since 3rd of May.
Do you feel let down by the Prime Minister?
Yes,
Do you think he's turned his back on Manipur, as some people say?
yes.
It's very interesting. You said you feel let down by the Prime Minister. You say he's turned his back on Manipur. Earlier, you said he's not handling it properly. You're happy to be critical of the Prime Minister. But when I asked you about Biren Singh, you refused to answer. How do you explain
That is
critical of the Prime Minister, but you seem to go silent when I ask you about Biren Singh? And he's your chief minister. He's there a lot closer to you in Manipur.
but but when it comes to everything that is already been happened, that is already been reported through Ministry of Home Affairs since May itself, you already been aware of that particular situation. So everything
I'm
is,
going to interrupt you. Let me ask you the same question about Biren Singh that I asked about the Prime Minister. Do you feel let down by Biren Singh?
I don't have any answer with that.
Then I have to ask you this follow-up question. Are you scared or apprehensive that if you criticize Biren Singh, who at the moment, and it's no secret, is adored by the Meitei, that you could face repercussions from the Meitei when you go back? Is that what stops you from speaking out?
Not exactly that means, but we need to look into the real-time assessment on that particular area where you are explaining on that particular situation.
My last question. According to the Hindu newspaper this morning, in your press conference yesterday, this is what you said. I'm quoting. There can be no compromise on the integrity of the state of Manipur. Any attempt for a separate administration will put us as minorities in a tough spot because we have been living peacefully with members of both communities for centuries. Now, that is clearly a Meitei position. It's not the Kuki position. So I ask you, are you here taking sides with the Meitei and against the Kuki?
You cannot consider like us we are siding one particular community and other is ignored. Please don't consider like that. But the situation, the geographical, the demographic structure of our community, Meitei Pangal, is very complex. When it comes to Tenopal, we have More, where our brothers and sisters are living for their survival, for their shops and everything. When it comes to Bishnupur side and the Churachandpur side, we have the same situation. So as far as the geographical contiguity and the demographical structure of our state, we really don't want a separate state, and we never ever try to compromise when it comes to integrity of our state.
You know, something that the audience will have heard, realized, is the question I'm going to end this interview with. You don't want to criticize Biren Singh. I gave you many questions asking you your opinion of him, whether he's failed, why he's allowing the situation to get out of control, but you won't criticize him. Even on this critical issue of separate administration, you've come down on the Meitei side. Many people will say, are you worried that as a small 8% community, if you alienate the Meitei who are 53%, it could have a terrible impact on you? Which is why you have to be very careful in your opinions. You can't appear to be supporting the Kuki because of the fact it could anger the Meitei and you don't know what they'll do. Is that the fear at the back of your mind? It's the suspicion that's occurred to me. It will have occurred to the audience, which is why I'm expressing it upfront.
That is completely up to you. But yes, when it comes to the situation which insecure is concerned, yes, we are very insecure, and everyone in the state is very insecure as of now, especially to our community called Meitei Pangal. So uh, we really want a very peaceful environment, and we genuinely want to appeal to both the communities if there would be any room where we can be part of any solution of this particular war-like situation in our state. We are more than happy to be part of peaceful journey
Are you
rather
saying
to
that
be
you're
part of a problem of each community.
Are you suggesting that you'd be happy to broker talks between them, to play the role of an honest broker and bring them together?
Exactly, sir. We really want to be a very honest broker to heal the situation of our state.
Have you reached out to both sides in this regard? Have you taken steps to try and bring them together?
Our organization called United Meitei Pangal Committee formed in last month, July. And we declared to the public on 18th of July. So we are since then, we are trying our best to reach out both the communities. Even we started in valley areas, and we are also trying to what to say uh, jail the situation. It's a part of like uh, bridge the gap of any kind of misunderstanding in the area, and we are coming here especially to address the concern and the peaceful environment of our state.
I thank you very much, Mr. Tampak, for this interview. Look after yourself, look after your community. It must be terrible to be caught in the middle between two warring communities and to be innocent. Manipur is as much your home as it is that of the Kuki and the Meitei. And the fact that you now feel, and I'm quoting you, completely shattered, the fact that you feel very insecure is terribly, terribly sad. And I can certainly understand your reluctance to criticize Biren Singh. The reality on the ground in Manipur suggests to everyone that you have to ensure that you keep the majority community on your side. You are, after all, only 8%. They are 53%. Take care. Look after yourself.
Once again, thank you so very much, Karan sir, for having me here and expressing our concern, especially Meitei Pangal community from Manipur, and looking forward, sir. Thank you so very much once again.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karan Thapar. Over the last few years, I hope you've been watching my program, The Interview on the Wire. During that period, I've interviewed doctors, politicians, businessmen, scientists, authors, and even the occasional Nobel laureate. For me, it's been exciting. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. But these, as you know, are tough times, and if this program is going to remain bold, independent, and sometimes even defiant, then I think we need your support. At the end of the day, it's a truism, but editorial independence is best defended by the viewers. So if you would like this program to remain the way it is, forthright, outspoken, and interesting, then would you consider supporting us? All you have to do is to click on the description at the bottom. But more than anything else, I hope you will continue to watch the interview. Your viewership means an awful lot to me.